Begafo me mama kwa babiem edeba pro 2 media so na enne yene minim asama aba openikesi biakoka ama na yinika enne oda mpenifo akukum yes anase ebia mpenim ebia asrafo enam kwan so a omukofa no edna ko eye omkukumu na nsema okokan no enyansem ketoa so atase se wa obeka mo nsema atana o machi ho anase tena o station ho na ka mo nsem so atase o mampanyini oda ho ewo so nko ade ne power ene ye hyase ne tumi ne ye hyase so atase ofriso a ofriso na owoso nko ade ampa cho wada wona o kasa no ahwa no kasa yi na eye openika se bi eye Dr. Peter na nsema Dr. Peter amo ekam nyensem ketwa na nyensem fidi akroso nsema openika se oka ene onne ne co-workers I think say yamfana nkotuma I think say Yebeka Esha na yensemre nsema kase a papa ikotena intintafide kase so ekokae eno na yinika mpenifo a weyi o ahwefom ene weyi mpenifo bi ahwefom ama ene yedene eko yenfa dimati ne yankoti mo nsembra ne ba de obi aso Musofu Christian Age. Medibatoms Pro 2 Media. Mess also be like video no share, make you comment, subscribe. Na afofo enye bi na wonso abrebia so unya bi ewo ntintan fide kati so Pro 2 Media. Medamasi moyen kombra.
Dr. Boamah is requesting that there's a debate between himself and the former president, John Dramani Mahama. Would that ever happen?
I would be heavily disappointed if it should happen. And I don't expect that the leadership of the NDC and President Mahama would heed to that call. It's a very completely needless call. The vice president is a sitting vice president. He has the reins of power. Whatever he wants to do, it's not about debate. It's about doing it. We saw his lectures. We saw the things that he has said. It's not about words anymore. It's about action. And so you have been in power 8 years and you still have the power. Change it now. What you say you want to do, you have the power. Do it now. That's all. There's no need for a debate. And look, if it's about debate, I think that our communication officers in our constituencies would better fit Boamah in a debate.
Really?
On any, I bet you. We don't even need to move it up to ourselves and how much more President Mahama. I mean, the constituencies can debate Boamah. And the debate with Boamah is so easy and very simple. And it would be like you are, there's this proverbial saying, and excuse me to use that you don't argue with a fool. It will reduce you to his level and defeat you with experience. You understand? And so if you ask me, President Mahama shouldn't even think or harbor the thinking that he will do a debate.
Former President Donald Trump requested one with the President Joe Biden. It happened.
It was going to happen anyway. It was not a request. It was
well, he kept hammering on
it's part of their system.
Let's talk about issues. Let's talk about policies.
No, it's part of their system. It was going to happen anyway.
Here.
No,
we've seen it happen before.
Ghana, we've had our issues. It started with Jimensa at IEA. And we had our issues of bias with the way they manage the presidential debate. It progressed into GBC taking it up. Then I remember in 2016 we made NCC, which is supposed to be the state institutions responsible for civic education, lead up the debate because we felt that at least that would give it some neutrality. The institution IEA had been known for all its bias and the partisan nature of the things they did at the time. And that was why we started having issues with Jean Mensa and so on and so forth. And so we wanted to move it to a more independent body. And most of the debates from 2012, 2016, our friends in the MPP refused to participate. And they said, no, we don't want debate. You are in government. Continue doing what you are doing. We don't want debate. What has changed? You understand? And so the systems and the structures, the independent structures that would conduct the debate in a manner that everybody will feel that, oh, this is a true and fair reflection.
We don't have that.
We don't have that. And that's the challenge. And so we were trying to build that in 2016 using the NCC, but I mean, that one, they didn't get the support. Imani brought some up in 2020, and other institutions are trying very hard to also bring it up. But I think that it's because of the nature of our politics and the kind of systems that we have in the country, it makes it very difficult for anybody to trust such processes. But what President Mahama did last 2 weeks Sunday is, I think, surpasses any debate that you can get. In a debate, you have pre-planned and predetermined questions, which is shared between some people, and sometimes it can find its way to the presidential candidate. In the engagement President Mahama had with the media, having over 100 media personalities there, who you have not pre-planned any questions with, who are throwing all the questions at you. And you saw the kind of questions that came. Some were very heavy. They came like a sledgehammer.
Same media that you think that is not really propagating.
Oh, yes, but I mean, they are very heavy questions. They are meant for whichever purpose. But you saw the dexterity, the depth, and the kind of intelligence and knowledge that President Mahama brought to bear on all the matters across board. And this is not like you have asked me a question, oh, let me call my health minister, let me call this, let me call that.
I'm here to respond to them.
The man is deep. The man understands what he does. He has lived it, and he has learned, and he has built experiences. And that is why we always say experience over experiment. We remember in 2016 when they were saying, oh, try us, oh, try me, we will try me, and this is our try me.
Now, the NPP has described the alternative as dangerous. Is the NDC dangerous? As an alternative?
Where dangerous means?
It's not where you want to go as a Ghanaian if you want
dangerous
to live better.
If dangerous means investing heavily in roads, road construction, building first-class roads, building rail network, building schools, building hospitals, building world-class hospitals, expanding education, providing food for the people at very cheaper cost, accessible and sustainable. If that is dangerous, then I think Ghana should opt for danger, because this danger is sweet danger. And so we should be speaking to facts. What is alternative is dangerous. The alternative has shown that it is better than you. You are worse. In fact, above all other things, you are thieves. Ripping up the nation. You understand? So it's not only about incompetence in managing the economy. It's not about incompetence in managing the health sector, the education sector, the agriculture sector. It's also about incompetence in, lack of integrity, the shortfall, the deficiency of integrity in leadership, and the lack of candor and the lack of courage to even accept that we are failing. And that's the problem. The president and his people are like living in a different world. They are living above reality, and they seem not to appreciate what we are going through.
Anyway, we're pressed for time, but I've had a really, really interesting conversation. I never knew back in the time all of these things that he's done in school, student activism and all of that. Very, very interesting conversation this morning here with Dr. Peter Boamah Otokono. Now, I'm still trying to get the setting right. But before we go, though, you have presidential ambition?
Why will I have presidential? Well,
in the future.
Let me make this point. I am the kind of